How is Kemi's live life experience embarrassing you? If anything, it should be you turning to your leadership and say, you know what? This story isn't far-fetched. It isn't fictitious. It isn't fabricated. Other people have lived this. How you decimated the country, requiring her now to leave and uproot herself and go and find greener pastures elsewhere. How many Nigerians are doing that? So stop it. Stop it. Ain't nobody leaving Nigeria or any of their country land where things are really good to go and uproot and start all over. Find me the immigrant that is leaving for less greener pastures. Even if things are good, everybody's leaving for what? Greener pastures, for something better, better opportunity, better quality of life, better access to your dreams, your passions. You feel like you're limited. You feel like you're bottled in. You feel like you are hitting a ceiling. You feel like you're not in a place where you can expand or grow. Or nobody is leaving and uprooting to relocate and start a life over anywhere for less greener pastures. Everybody's moving and leaving for greener pastures. So stop. Even if people are downsizing and they're going to Bali or they're going to some deserted place or some mountain living because they're downsizing, that's them still going for greener pastures and a mindset that they believe where they are, they can't attain the simpleness that they're wanting to. The hustle and bustle is too much. So they can't even find tranquility where they are. So wherever your land is not balanced. Your land is not giving your people the opportunity for people that want to scale down and just live a quality of life to them that is just simple, that is just enough. And it's also not giving those the quality of life that wants more, elaborate, pushing the boundaries, whatever it is. There's no balance in your nation, your continent, your country, where people are literally up and leaving. Everybody's leaving for greener pastures in some way, shape, or form. So stop. Get off of Kemi. Please and thank you. She has done an amazing feat. She has accomplished an amazing feat. She has accomplished an amazing, us immigrants who lived what Kemi lived in some degree, shape, or form, nobody's going to silence us from us speaking the truth of our journey from wherever we came from or whatever. No, because you feeling shame, you feeling embarrassed. That's for you to process. But if someone opens their mouth and said, this is what I lived, this is what I experienced, and you want to be offended at how dare them talk about your place like that, then you need to go look about your place like that. So let's go over and listen to what this person had to say. And then I'm going to go over and show you what Kemi's response is. And when I did my response after watching the video. The video was uploaded I think 7 minutes. I was the first one that made the comment because there's nobody else that looked at it. And then after I made my comment, I was intuitive. I said my piece without any kind of research. I said exactly intuitively how I felt about the comments and everything. And then something says, go research and see what everybody else is saying. And I actually saw an article of Kemi responding to the backlash. And she said exactly what I said. I was like, yeah, that's my girl. You're not cowering for nobody. If Nigeria Vice President has an issue with what you said, then it's up to the Vice President to look himself in the mirror and make your country great again. How about that? And it might start by you getting rid of all these fake waters that you still hold on to from your colonial puppet masters that you're still being a puppet for, and make Africa whole again. How about we do that? How about we do that? So you can create more Kemis in-house to run your land effectively, efficiently, competitively. How about we do that, Nigeria? I'm just saying. Let's go over and listen to what this guy has to say. So before we do, so this is my comment that I had placed in the chat there. So I'm going to read the comment, we're going to play the video, and then we're going to go straight over to what Kemi said. So my response to what he said and what the host was speaking about is that I have not heard Kemi turned on her own people, because that's what the commentator who was presenting this, she said she turned on her own people. She didn't turn on her people. What I have heard is a woman speaking her truth about her experience, her journeys, her realities, her ups and her downs. If Nigeria feels embarrassed, that would be a good time to do mirror work and fix the issues so that no Nigerians would have her lived experience. Too many times I see people getting into their feelings when someone dares speak their truth. The problem is that as a people, we get caught up in the identity of these fake borders named colonial lands, renamed for us to kill and hate over, instead of becoming loyal to the return of the quality of life we once had before colonization and the butchering up of Al-Kebulon, renamed Africa. So, typical sellout, they said. They must be taken out of office. She needs to change her and stay out of politics. So we're always going to get those who love to stay oppressed and who likes to have the wool pulled over their eyes and who likes people to just blow smoke up their behind and just make their nation, big up their nation, when you know you're living in your nation and you got to rotate your electricity. You have crime. You have a leader that is totally sold out. You have, just fast forwarded it just for us to hear what the reporter has to say. Then we're going to pause it and we're going to go to read Kemi's response. Here we go.
Nigeria's Vice-President launches attack on Tory leader Kemi Badenoch. Kashim Shettima's comments follow criticism by the Conservative leader of the country where she grew up. What do you make of this diplomatic row, if you like?
It's not a very good look for Kemi Badenoch, I would say, but ultimately when politicians make comments like this, it's always for their own political capital. And I would say the comments of the Nigerian Vice-President very much buy into something which is happening in the Nigerian media, where there are lots of media figures who attack Kemi Badenoch, and so the Nigerian Vice-President has seen that and has decided he wants to cash in on that anger for the way that she's speaking about the country that she grew up in after she was born in England. But at the same time...
So you notice that? The vice president is seeing the polls of people being upset at what Kemi's saying, you know, people catching in their feelings. And he's like Justin Trudeau. Oh, let me jump on the bandwagon because I want the people to be distracted that their quality of life is going downhill. And let me just jump in the bandwagon. So all of a sudden, I'm their friend. And they're like, yeah, see the vice president. And all of a sudden, we forget that our live-like realities in certain parts of Nigeria needs to be improved. He's like Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau looks at the polls, see what people are focused on, and he tries to jump on the bandwagon there to distract you from the fact that you're living in inflation, to distract you that your groceries and everything, $100 of groceries now you can come out with one hand. Before you used to be able to push a cart. You know, he jumps on the bandwagons of whatever is popular. So the vice president of Nigeria, He's taken a page out of all of the puppets that are being trained well under the Western influence of see what the people are speaking about that's not about you, and anything that is not about you, ride the wave with them, so that they all of a sudden they forget and they're not mad at you anymore. All of a sudden you're their friend and you're the ally in something. You guys, let's hear else.
You never saw Priti Patel or Rishi Sunak talk about India in the way that Kemi Badenoch talks about Nigeria. And I would simply say, if you are a Brexiteer and you're saying we need to be expanding our global trade beyond the European Union, we want to be looking at emerging markets for growth, fastest growing markets, don't slag off one of the fastest growing economies in Africa with one of the youngest populations that you have a personal link to. I mean, the Nigerian Vice-President told her to change her name. That's embarrassing. Imagine how her family must feel about that. So I think she just needs to be a little bit more careful with her language. I think she can make the points that she makes about growing up in Nigeria without upsetting one of the biggest economies in Africa at the same time.
Okay, what does her family... Did you talk to her family to see what her family says about that? These people like to put words in people's mouth. What is her family? Change her name. Did you talk to the family? The family's probably saying, yeah, and that's what she lived. That's what that is what we went through, why she had to leave. I don't know. What was her family saying when she asked her family? So here she responds, and this is posted December 11. So we're going to read through her response. Okay? So it says here, Badenoch stands by Nigerian comments after criticism. And it says, Kemi Badenoch has stood by her past comments about Nigeria after the vice president of the West Africa country accused her of denigrating it. I'm sorry. She denigrated it, or did she live it? I'm sorry. You know what? She denigrated. So one woman, if what she's saying is a lie, one woman's comment wouldn't hurt. Everybody just laugh at it and be like, what's she talking about? Our place is posh. What are you talking about? If what she's saying is a lie, why are you getting all upset? Because it would be like a well-known lie, right? Sure. Anyhow, so he says the Conservative Party leader, who was born in the UK, was mostly raised in Nigeria, has repeatedly described growing up in fear and insecurity in a country plagued by corruption. A lie? A lie that? A lie. Oh, okay. On Monday, Nigerian Vice-President, I'm not going to say the name because I'm sure I'm going to butcher it, suggested Badenoch could remove the Kemi from her name if she was not proud of her nation of origin. Who the heck? Listen, pardon me? She must change the name because who says she's not proud of her nation of origin? Listen, you need to go. Let me calm myself. Because you know what? Okay, I'm going to say your name. Mr. Kashim Shettima. Stop telling people that they need to go change their name because apparently she's not proud of her nation of origin. Who said she's not proud of her nation of origin? She's speaking about her live life experience. Shettima. She's speaking about her live life experience, that when she grew up in fear and insecurity, and it was plagued by corruption. A lie, Shettima? A lie that? Is she lying, Shettima? Right now, is the Nigerian government free from corruption, Shettima? Last time I checked, Shettima, are you not against the Sahel, Shettima? Are you not against Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, Shettima? Are you not part of the ECOWAS, the lie of that whole organization, Shettima, come on now, Shettima. Let's have a side conversation, Shettima. Because if you're the vice president of Nigeria, Shettima, is it not you who's going after the true leadership of the motherland, who is trying to get rid of Macron, the French, and all the colonizers? Shettima, step up, Shettima. Come on, Shettima, let's have a conversation. Tag me anytime. We could have a conversation. Come on over and let's have a mirror work conversation with Lady O. Shettima, I invite you to have a conversation with me. I'll invite you to have a conversation with me, Shettima, because you're saying that she, out of her mouth, she's not proud. Tell me, quote me, cite me where Kemi ever said that she's not proud of her nation of origin. Or is she speaking about her lived life experience of the fear, the insecurity, and the corruption that was played and still is, Shettima? Still is. You don't think, say, we are seeing all of the videos that your content creators are showing in regards to how Nigeria is responding and has responded to Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali? You don't think, say, we are over here well versed? You don't think, say, we know? Oh, okay, Shettima. Let me continue. Ask about Shettima's comments. Badenoch spokesman said she stands by what she says. Blah! 21 gun salute. Thank you. And she is not the PR for Nigeria. If Nigeria want a public relations booster, she's not it. She's the leader of the Conservative Party over there in the pond. You want someone to be the PR for Nigeria? Why don't you start cleaning up your game so that you can have someone fill that shoes and do the PR for Nigeria? Because right now, the diaspora, what we're seeing from Nigeria and how you're treating Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, ha, hey, 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 ha, ha, hey, come on now, Shettima, Shettima. Okay, so she is the leader of allies. See that now? I am not lying. I did not read this before you. I Googled it. I did not read forward. I say, let me press record and then come forward and read it with you. See what her spokeswoman said? It's exactly what I said. She is the leader of the opposition and she is very proud of her leadership of the opposition in this country. A lie? She's not lying. You want someone to be the PR for Nigeria? Why don't you up Nigeria's quality of life and come out of the corruption and align yourself with Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali and break down all these barriers and unite? And better yet, why don't you hook up with Malema, South Africa, EFF, and Nigeria? Shettima. Come on, Shettima. Ha. She tells the truth. She tells it like it is. She is not going to couch her words. 21 gun salute. During a speech on you know what? Oh no, you guys can read this. All you could go and read this on your own. You could freeze it. You could freeze it. You could pause it. You could read it. And then you could go on the website yourself. And at the end of the day, Kemi said what Kemi said. And Kemi said what I said. What she said is what I would have said. And what I said is what she said. Kemi is not wrong. Kemi is absolutely 100% on point. She is 100% on point. This is a woman that says what she means and means what she says. That is what my sign off has been for a long time. It just didn't come and it just didn't happen now for podcasts of a sign off. This has been my mantra for over 45 years of my life. As far as I could remember being who I am, I've been a woman who was once a young lady, who was once a child, who said what I mean, and I meant what I said. She's not mixing no words. She's not mincing no words. She's not chopping up no words. She's not taking back no words. She's not taking back any talk. This is a leader because this is her lived life experience. How are you going to be upset at somebody telling you what they went through? How are you going to be upset of someone telling you what they went through? I'm sorry, Shettima, who died and made you your white Jesus God? Who died and made you your white Jesus God? Who died and made you God? Go talk to the Pope and find out if the Pope has stepped off of his throne and erected you there to be the God of this world, because that's the Pope's statement of who the Pope is, the papal, that he is God to man. Apparently, Shettima, you need to talk to the Pope, because it looked like, say, you are God to man, because apparently someone died and made you God, where you have the audacity to tell someone that they cannot speak the truth of their lived life experience. Now, see, the Most High, Yahweh, Shai, who died, Yahweh, Elion, and Ruach HaKodesh, see, they have given all authority for every living man and every living woman to open their mouth and speak truth, especially to the powers of darkness and to lies. So, Yahweh Shai, who died and made all of us heirs of being able to stand boldly and speak to the powers of darkness and speak truth to it, we will boldly come and open our mouth and speak our truth in the name of Yahweh Shai. So, all you could take that and smoke it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right? All right. So, this is Lady O. Stay in action with faith and possibility. Walk in and protect your light. Your purpose will find you. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Live like you mean what you say.